So I'm making this video because I get a lot of requests on how I do my rust. Such as like on here. See that? The holes along the rockers, the fenders. Still working on this. I'm not done. I'm adding some more stuff to this, but thought I would make a video on how I do all my rust, paints that I use, the weathering powder and all that. This is Facebook page. Have all my builds on there. Sparky's Model Salvage. So go ahead and start it here. Use Dremel. The only way I do holes is Dremel tools. You can get these kits. Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever. Ace Hardware. Come with, that one has 160 accessories. I haven't used them all, but I'll show you the main ones that I use. I don't know what any of these are called. All I know is how I do it, and that's what I'm going to show you. Use these bits. Sometimes I will use that. Sometimes I will use this. This easy way to just cut off a piece that you don't want, or so you don't have to grind it down with one of the little metal bits or whatever. Now, when I do my models, a lot of the junk stuff, can't really screw up. You do a little bit too much, too big of a hole, whatever. You just work with it and add more rust, or be more creative and make a bigger hole for something else or another rust spot or whatever. And like on this, sometimes when your door opens and it's not lined up, it'll make that crease right there in the fender. So I did that with heat first, and then I used the carriage bolt and pushed it in until I got where I wanted. And then I went back with the Dremel tool and kind of grinded it out a little bit to give it some texture. I'll show you on a later video with the heat, how I use the heat. But this one, started this a while back. Never got around to finishing it. Just thought I'd pull it out and show you how I'm going to make some more holes. To make the holes, such as this right here, you see that? You want to use this bit. Now when you make the holes, you never go from the front. And I'll show you why here after we do this. I have this on the lowest setting, number 5. That's all you need to have it set on. So we put a hole right in here. Grind it down a little bit until you feel it start popping through on the other side. It's going to start melting the plastic and everything. If you look at the other side here when I get done, they'll be bubbling through. You see that? See a little hole up in there? Make a little bit of a bigger one back here. Kind of go in a circular motion. Keep it from grinding down in one spot. See the hole there? That's what the backside looks like. All that stuff, of course you want to clean that off. I got my ways of doing it. I'll usually go back over it with this bit right here. I'll do that right now. I'll show you guys. I just want to get all that flake and stuff off of the back of it. So that's just what I'll do. You're not going to see the backside anyways, but you don't, when you put it on the frame or whatever, when you put other body parts in there, you don't want it grabbing and pulling at the body and stuff like that. So I'll just kind of shave off that flash there. Kind of see that in there. Well, it's a bad angle. So now, you see like the texture and stuff like this. It's that hole that I've just made. I'll go back around and I'm going to put some texture into it. Actually, I'm going to change bits here and go down in size. Well, about 2 sizes. Put the smaller one on. I'm just going to go around it very lightly, just put some texture in it. I'll show you why here later. Now as you see, if you can tell, I'm shaky. There's a reason for that, because you don't want a consistency of just laying the bit on there and just going at it, because you might start shaving off too much. So that way, if you're bouncing around, and you see I just went a little bit too far up in there, but that's all right. You're bouncing around and everything and kind of jumping around and get a little bit more of a ideal look there. Go around here. Okay. So now once again, I have some flash on there and stuff. I just take a Scotch-Brite. So I mean, it's just gonna be a junk vehicle anyway, so it doesn't really scratch it that much. Plus, it just adds a little bit of look later on. So just get all that flash off there and all that like powder and stuff that you just got off. Okay, so now that's what I use. Sophisticated Finishes. Get on eBay, Amazon. It's like $22 to $28 for this set. Okay. This is the first step. Got to apply the iron. Now, you got to shake these up really good. So, when you go to their website, it says 72-hour dry time. I got this whole process down in about 20 minutes. I'm going to try and fit it in on this video to where you see how it works in just the 20 minutes. Actually, do it this way. So we'll put a little bit on the paintbrush. Just go back around in here. Just dab it on there. Now, see all this? I did this all previously. All that fender well. I'll go ahead and I'll do all that. So just so I have a bigger area to show everybody what I'm doing here. And you don't really want to brush it on like that, because then when it dries, you're gonna see the brush lines, and it's not gonna look right. It's gonna look funny, and it's gonna look like paint. And it's it's not what you want. You don't want to do that. So you just want to kind of dab it on there. And if say if you go over on it, go like that, okay, real easy. Rubbing alcohol. Put a little bit on a paper towel. I got way too much on there. Just go back over it. Take it off. This comes right off. Go back to this. Okay. That's all I'm going to do for that, just so I can go ahead and put it in my food dehydrator. That right there, big food dehydrator. Got it off of eBay. 180 bucks, I think. Industrial grade. Stainless steel. A lot bigger than the one at Menards. I started off with that one. Can't fit all the parts in it. This one has trays. So, just going to stick it in there. Dry everything like this. Absolutely everything. Just set it on about 10 minutes. You don't really have to do any more than 125 degrees. It's gonna dry fast. Let's go 15. Actually, I'm gonna turn it up so it dries a little bit faster here for the video. Go ahead and show you some other parts here I got. For this truck that I'm working on. I had these in there, just rusting those. All that rust on there was all this sophisticated finishes. All that. And as far as like the streaks and stuff, do use the weathering powder. Again, get it on eBay, Amazon, whatever. Tamiya. I think it's like 25, 30 bucks for the set. Should probably be dry in about 5 minutes and then move on to that. This stuff, it's just a liquid, very watery. You know, same viscosity as water, pretty much. The iron, you gotta make sure you shake that up really good, because what there is little iron pigments in the bottom of it set to the surface, and what this does is pretty much activate that iron, turns it into rust, and that's how you get that rust look. Wish I had something else out here to show you, but yeah. So probably stop the video right now and continue on the next one.